Okay, so I'm sitting in the car park, surrounded by cars that are being fixed and just maintained after a very long day. So it was 750, 60 kilometers today, so long drive for these cars. Also though, a couple of sporting sections, a sporting section and a regularity that were quite tough. The first one, the sand was it's quite sandy, so it wasn't so hard on the car, but there were big dips, and so I think we did all right in the first one. The second one, we made a decision. We were absolutely not going to burst a boiler on. The navigation notes had all sorts of care, three exclamation marks, dip, gully, waddy, and bad camber and stuff. And so the last thing we really want to be doing is damaging the car on what is effectively a passage day. So, but it was worse coming out of with the out of the sporting section. The road was a nightmare. What road? I said the track. It's a farm track, I suspect. But when water runs through sand, as you can imagine, these deep gullies form, and then there are patches where it, obviously in times has been very muddy, so it's very gouged out. So you're driving along trying to not dip into something, have your, excuse me, that was my beer, have your your tyres still say remotely on the track and not fall into a hole, into a groove, and so that all of that bit of driving took pretty much all of my concentration. I had to actually, Andrew was trying to give me additional forward navigation notes, and I said literally I am just with one foot in front of me at a time at the moment. But while we were on that track, there was a part of the car, there was a part of the track that looked like we should take off to the right. We realised we shouldn't and carried on, and then took a right on the track a little bit later on. But one of the other cars, car 11, this lovely Japanese couple didn't. And I think they've got themselves stuck. One of the other cars was saying to me that they would have had to have been pulled out by a heavy vehicle. So hopefully that has happened, because that was all pretty much at the beginning of the day, and then you still had sort of 700 kilometers to still drive. So I'm hoping that we'll see them before too long. But that's rallying for you. Sometimes if you make a mistake, you've made a mistake. So we've ended up in Shymkent, and which is the third largest town in Kazakhstan, staying in another Rixos hotel, which is pretty much a pigeon pair of the one that we were in before. The room is lovely. So and just driving through Kazakhstan, following the mountains with Uzbekistan on the other side, and it's just beautiful. There's lots of wheat fields or grain of some sort. Lots of garlic that we drove past. You can see all the alum, beautiful round flower heads, flower heads. So that was lovely. And then we had this little diversion because part of the road was closed for roadworks. And we went through this small village, and there was row after row after row of farmers selling their fruit and garlic and honey and things like that. So if we hadn't been on a rally, it would have actually been really nice to have stopped and be able to have a look at that and maybe buy some nice fresh fruit. So we didn't, because that's rallying for you. So anyway, that's the end of today. Tomorrow we're going somewhere else. I just don't know right now. But we're in good spirits. Eleanor's having her fan belt replaced at the moment. The fabulous mechanics here. What's one of the advantages of getting in nice and early is we've managed to get a mechanic team in on it pretty much straight away, and they're experiencing some problems because of the way the alignment of some of it all works, but I'm sure it will all happen in the fullness of time.